Moving on to example 4 of finding values of functions using functions that have a rule definition. Okay, so here we're looking at a fraction or a rational expression where we have 1 over x minus 2 times x plus 3. And we're being asked to find f of 2 and f of 1 if possible. That is if defined. So it's going to use the exact same approach as before. You're going to replace your x value or your x's in your formula with this input x value of 2. This is saying x is equal to 2 in this case. So plugging in where appropriate, I have 1 over, I like to use parentheses for everything. Anytime I do a substitution, I use parentheses. I just plugged in 2 where I saw that x. I have another x right here, so I'm going to plug in a 2 there. And we're going to see what happens. So I have 1 over, in the first set of parentheses, 0 times, okay, then I have over here in this set, 5. But that's equal to 1 over, 1 over 0. Well, that's not infinity, by the way, if you're taking calculus. That is not defined. You can't have division by 0. So f is not defined at 2. So if you get division by 0, it's just like the square roots case that we talked about in the last example. Can't have square roots and negatives, can't have division by 0. So if you try to plug in something and you get division by 0, that's bad. So I'll put a nice x there and say f of 2 ain't defined. They say ain't a word, I say it is. It can be in your vocabulary too. So f of 2 isn't defined. Alright, maybe we'll get lucky with f of 1. Every place I see an x, I'm going to replace it with a 1. So I have 1 over 1 minus 2 times 1 plus 3. Boom. All right, I just replaced all my x's with the input of x equals 1. So what do I get? I have 1 over, what's in the first paren? 1 minus 2. That's just going to be minus 1. So far, so good. And then we have 1 plus 3, so that's just 4 over here. And that's equal to 1 over minus 4, or if you like, write it a different way, minus 1/4. Okay? So it is defined. Yes, we can have division of negative numbers. That is perfectly okay. We just can't have division by 0. So it turns out f of 1 is minus 1/4. And it is defined there. So we said that f of 2 isn't defined because we get division by 0. And here it is defined because I get minus 1/4 out. So with that, we are done with this example, and in the next difficulty, we're going to be running through several harder examples where we're not plugging in numbers, but we're plugging in variable expressions. That's where plugging in stuff starts to get a little challenging for some people. So I encourage you to check those videos out, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.